good morning. Welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. How was everyone's full moon? I hope it went well. I set up a really cool humanitarian altar. I'm very pleased with how it was. I already brought everything in, but that moon was bright as fuck. We're gonna pull today from the Da Vinci Enigma Tarot, which this is the tarot that was the catalyst for my spiritual awakening. And while we're in this collective humanitarian energy, I want to pull. And I'm going to be reading directly from this book because Da Vinci was quite a genius. And Caitlin Matthews, who put this deck together, does a very good job explaining the relationship between energies of, like Da Vinci had this broad understanding of subjects, right? So like he utilized mathematics and art and engineering. Have you guys ever seen the movie Ever After with Drew Barrymore? Da Vinci is in that movie as a character, as like a creative genius. So anyway, we're gonna pay some respect. Let's see when his birthday was. What was his zodiac? I'm curious. I'm getting Capricorn. Let's see if I'm right. Pisces came and then Capricorn because Albert Einstein was also a Pisces. I'm a Pisces. But when Da Vinci. And if you have ever seen, oh, he's a Taurus. No, Aries. Interesting. April 15th, 1452. Dude bro was alive when they came here to the Americas. That's, well, maybe not. Maybe he died. That's kind of crazy to think about. Oh yeah, he died in 1519, so dude was alive for that. That's crazy. Crazy to think about. Anyway. This was the very first tarot deck I ever had, and definitely caused me to go a little bit cray-cray, because my enlightenment that surged using this deck. So my family, of course, wouldn't let me have it. This is the deck I was working with when I got put in jail. Got told I had a mental illness. No, it was my fucking awakening. So if you are going through something and you feel like you're losing your mind, have you ever seen the movie Lucy with Scarlett Johansson? There's this image at the back of, or at the end of the movie, where she's like uploading everything to herself and as like this ultimate being, because she took some sort of synthetic drug, and it's a drug that is only produced within the womb. We do spoilers over here, so anyway, it's on Netflix. I watched it, but the end of the movie very much gave me, Morgan Freeman's in it, gave me the process of coming into consciousness, being able to see things other people don't, being able to understand time within a different concept, being able to remove yourself from feelings. Like, that is the process of consciousness. So anyway, interestingly enough, the first card out is Conception. So what are you working on? What are you conceiving? I'm going to read from the book. Then we have Four of Earth, Assembly. Keep in mind, I didn't want to pull this one, but it's interesting because there's one card when I bought this deck that there were two of the same cards and one card was missing. So I figured out which card was missing, and relabeled it. So what's interesting here, my intention with this reading is humanitarian, right? Because we were talking about the Aquarius full moon, which is very much visionary, like alien thinking, doing things differently for the sake of humanity. And anyway, so this isn't the 10 of fire, it's the 6 of fire, and it's victory. So we have conception, assembly, and victory. So this is very much giving me human movement, right? Like that Bob Marley song Exodus. Exodus. And that's where we're at, right? We're trying to get enough people to be paying attention to. I'm not taking all of these. It's too many. I'm reading from the book. I'm very much getting human. So one of the things in my, I did a homage to Palestine and other genocides last night in my moon altar because of the Aquarius full moon. And so I hope that the energy is carrying over. Alright, I'm just gonna take these. It's not gonna just get one. Alright, we've got Page of Fire on the bottom of the deck. But yeah, this deck really got me into the elements, earth, air, fire, water, because that's what they use for the suits. This is not a traditional tarot deck, it's Da Vinci, but it completely enlightened me to the world around me in a different way, which is the process of consciousness. Passover. We have the 7 of Fire, Success, and 4 of Air, Repose, and 3 of Water, Conjunction. So we not only do we have victory, but we also have success. And like I said, I will read from the book. I just wanted to get our cards out first. Okay, and then there's 7 cards altogether. Remember, we were talking about the number 7 the other day. 7 seas, 7 continents, your 7 chakras. 7's a very important number for connecting. Maybe that was the... Ooh, excuse me. Release. Okay, so repose and conjunction. It's very much giving School of Rock. I don't want to sing that song, we all know it. I'm sorry if it gets stuck in your head forever. I don't need countertops. I do need new cabinets, but I don't need countertops. Okay. Oh my god. This is where my Roman numerals. Okay. 10, 15, 18. I'm getting better. I haven't practiced. 18. Here we go. Okay. What do your dreams tell you? What do you intuitively know about the situation regardless of appearances? The depiction, I don't want to read all that. Let's just do the soul code and upright, okay? Dreams are the result of the soul overflying the territory through which the path of destiny leads. When you awaken, all you can remember are the symbols, metaphor, and ciphers which act as signposts for your way forward. Perceive these calmly and peacefully without investing them with fearful images or seeing them as fixed and immutable forces that will prosecute your fate. What the soul conceives changes every day, like the moon itself as it grows, so the way will become clearer with your intuition, your intuition stronger. Dreams are from the twilight realm, generate signs, feelings, or apprehensions that make you fearful or confused. The potential of this project is not yet fully realized. Find the rhythm in the seasons of your unique creative arc rather than rushing the gestation process. The way ahead seems obscure or hidden to you right now, but trust your instincts and travel carefully onward, testing the way. Wow, right? And there's only I only read these 2. There's so much information for each card. So highly recommend this deck if you feel like you are ready to buckle up into consciousness. This is a very, very deep deck. Alright, 4 of Earth. So we have a lot of Earth, air, fire, water. We don't have any air here. Okay, so 4 of Earth. My music's so loud, probably. Okay. Alright, with assembly. Who is controlling what? Okay. The control of resources is a responsible task. Whoever apportions the goods must share out fairly. It is a mistake for the soul to become too attached to the means by which power, money, and positions are gained. Instead of furthering the flow of life, your destiny becomes interwoven with the control of territory and the manipulation of others for gain. You assert your territory or call the shots. Generosity controls your turf. Establishment is won by bribes and handouts, and your love of money and power masks meanness or hoarding. Learn to share without strings. So again, we were talking about when I first started pulling how I wanted to focus on collective energy. So that is the reason right there why there isn't world peace, right? It's because of the controlling nature, control of resources, labor, slavery, genocide, land, right? Colonialism. And so, what is that? Is that a spider? Sorry, little baby. No. I know I shouldn't do that, but I tell Hecate not to send me spiders. I had to deal with a lot of big spiders in this house this past week. Anyway, okay, so think about what you want and how hard it is to get because of the people controlling resources. I feel like the only way we're gonna get enough traction for revolution, for collective liberation, like legit collective liberation, is if people can understand their own oppression, right? In controlling the resources, when we think about that, what video was that where I was sharing the stuff about, like, the packaging at the grocery stores? I don't know if that was a collective convo or not. Thinking about how many hands products have to go to before they get to us is a good practice for that energy right there. Thinking about logistics, thinking about all of the steps products take before they reach you, and acknowledging that energy. That's a global energy, right? So when you ingest that, because more than likely it's something food related, I mean all things, but the means of production is very important to think about. So especially if we are really thinking about collective liberation, because none of us are free until all of us are free. Just because you can buy something doesn't mean that the person who made it is free, okay? So 6 of Fire with victory. What has been achieved or realized? The enjoyable triumph of victory should not observe the fact that this is but one battle in a longer struggle to win through your destiny and stay on course with it. But the realization of hopes and desires encourages the soul nonetheless. Beware of standing upon a pedestal or of glorifying the defeat of others. Whether it is a great triumph or just good news, you are through a place of gain and realized desire. The reward for your efforts is the sense of a job well done. Self-empowerment and advancement are yours. Again, thinking about that in terms of the process of consciousness, recognizing that you are a part of a larger ecosystem, getting out of your ego, right? Okay, card 7, pass over. Oh, no, 12. Sorry, I'm still learning Roman numerals. Okay, Passover. What are the demands of your destiny? What is being asked of you? Surrender is the soul's method of following the deep vocation of its destiny. The trials and afflictions that challenge you are teachers that reveal the true light that guides you to recognition. Dude, shut the fuck up. YouTube just does this shit to piss me off. Like, every time I get in the shower, they play like a bunch of commercials. I'm like, what the fuck? I was listening to this for like the entire day. Didn't hear one fucking commercial, and you wait until I'm in the shower. Anyway, okay. Okay, the trials and afflictions and challenges are your teachers that reveal the true light that guides you to regeneration. Spiritual turning points are heralded by a confusing mixture of calm and fear. By attending calmly to the moment, by listening to what is being asked of you, a sensor of inner guidance can lead you to discover the way. You are led to a momentous time of decision in which there seems little real choice. Take a wider view of what is being asked of you. If you look deeper, you will find that it is not sacrifice, but consent to a deeper change. Excuse me. It is necessary to give up something in order to gain your desire. Alright. Now we have the 7 of Fire with success. So, what can you change? Have you been boycotting Starbucks or McDonald's in regards to the genocide? Have you shared any posts about what's happening in the world? Have you had any conversations with people around you about, I don't know, the regime we're living in, things like that? When we keep our scope on humanitarian and recognize our part in that, that's where our power comes, right? And, you know, the saying, live simply so others can simply live, has always helped me pivot back to what's really important in a society that is absolutely insane and will make you think that the wrong things are important, right? Like material gain and, I don't know, Botox, whatever it is. No hate to anyone who does those things, but just recognizing the aesthetic and plastic nature. I mean, we can all agree you're getting plastic injected into you. Plastic is derived from oil. Oil is the blood of the planet, right? So when we think about things like that, it's like, instead of living alongside nature, what already exists, right? So, I don't know. Think about that. If I just triggered you, if you're getting mad at me, if I said something that pissed you off, that is something for you to look a little deeper at, okay? And it happens to me too. I'm not completely healed. I'm still in a human body. I'm a fucking douche sometimes. A lot of the time. Anyway, okay, so we have the 7 of Fire with success. What's in your favor? Where must you back down? Overcoming obstacles is a continual task for the soul. The path to destiny is not walked without rivalries, problems, and confrontations. Success sometimes comes at the price of loss of stamina or the alienation of supporters who disagree or who are jealous. We talk about that all the time. It is not possible to keep the advantage forever without becoming aggressive. Gain and success are likely. Although obstacles and challenges seem overwhelming, you have the advantage. Keeping the upper hand in discussions or negotiations, you have to draw in on all of your ingenuity. I can't say that word. Stay genuine. Allow enough movement, or allow enough space for movement and flow as well. That will also heed your success. Oh, we do have air. Earth, air, fire, water. Okay, we have all of the elements here. With 2 major arcanas, which was Conception and Passover. You may feel called to watch The Da Vinci Code. I really love those movies. I don't like Tom Hanks anymore because he's a giant fucking pedophile. But they all are. But the movies, I read those books by Dan Brown first, before I watched the movies. And so The Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, and Inferno are the series I'm talking about. But The Da Vinci Code specifically The Holy Grail. You might want to watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail as well, which is also giving me Princess Bride. Those movies have a lot in common, in my opinion. So any of those movies or Ever After, just to do a little bit more of a deep dive into Da Vinci, into the ways of thinking, right? I don't know so much about Monty Python. Monty Python's funny though. I mean, it used to be funny back before the internet. It's probably really fucking dumb now. But I will always remember the coconuts and the horse. The way that they hit the coconuts together and they pretend like they're on a horse. And like those are the horse's hooves. That's my favorite part of the entire movie. Anyway, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. But thinking about the Holy Grail is an important thing. So the Da Vinci Code will also support that. What's really interesting is that this was one of the songs I listened to a lot in college, which was the same time frame I was using this deck. Just a fun fact. Long time ago. And after all, what the fuck is air? Okay, 4 of air. You? Right here. Alright, repose. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm not from the 1400s. Repose? Repose? I don't know. What rest, space, or growing room is needed? Respite after trouble is the opportunity for the soul's clarification and the body's rest. Without periods of repose and healing restoration, following the path of destiny can be merely a treadmill of servitude. Which is exactly what this society wants from us. Okay. During this time apart, remove sources of stress by entering into meditation and observing dreams and thoughts. Rest, space, or reflection is needed. This is a time for recuperation or an opportunity to attend to your health. Peace and clarity are gained in solitude. Take a retreat from the hurly-burly of life, or a seclusion from work or everyday surroundings. Okay. Especially if you are someone. So I think one of the things about consciousness that a lot of people don't talk about is, we're going long. When I'm a yapper. When you start to become aware of your own energy, you are also going to be very aware of other people's energy, and being around other people gets very exhausting. Especially as you are like completely rewiring your brain and your body, and you're like coming into consciousness is, think of it this way, think of how hard the systems that be. I think right now is a good way to see this, because of the propaganda around everything. So those of us, so coming into consciousness is when you're woke, okay? That's the process of becoming woke. You are no longer a slave to a false matrix. You can see the programming. You can see why people act the way they do. You can see the truth within the lies. That's coming into consciousness. So, being around other people, as you're rewiring your body, it's not conducive to that, right? I did a lot of my work in incarceration, a lot of my spiritual work. I just kept getting locked up, and that's the only thing you can really do there. But it was kind of a good environment for that, because I mean, while I was heavily surveilled, abused, and medicated against my will, I was also given the space to talk to other crazy people. Like, the population in the mental institutions and jails those are the good folks, right? So, I mean, ultimately, whatever. Being around other people's energy, once you become aware of how energy works, can be very exhausting. So take care of yourself. Don't ingest too much information. I think that's another thing within our society is consumerism, is that it's just more. I'm getting Just Friends, that scene where she's the massage oil, which always comes through in my readings. More. Okay, enough! Anyway, Alright, Three of Water conjunction. What is coming together? The conjunction of like-minded friends or the convergence of supportive circumstances encourages the soul. The relief of shared ideas and mutuality of peers helps your path of destiny appear in sharper focus. The enjoyment you experience when things come together in one bond makes life worth living. Healing and solace come from alliances and coincidences, providing resolution and a happy ending. Yes, I have a dirty mind too. I don't know if that's what they mean or not, but if you need to relieve yourself and have some orgasms, do it, but do it by yourself. Don't put that energy in someone else. Alright, there is healing in resolutions. Alliances work well and friends gather in fulfillment. Difficulties come to an end. You are blessed with happy coincidences, serendipity, and congenial assemblies, and experience mutual support and sharing. So when we started this reading, it was all about thinking about liberation, right? Within this full moon energy and the Lion's Gate portal. So if ancient Egypt was lined up with Orion's belt, the Great Pyramids, the conjunction between Sirius, Canis Major, and Orion, and the pyramids here on Earth, a lot of ancient civilizations, all ancient civilizations had a much stronger relationship with Earth being part of a larger environment versus how we are now, where we don't even recognize that trees give us oxygen, right? We don't even acknowledge the life on this planet, much less the relationship between Earth and other things around it, right? Very egotistical, dangerous human thinking. But anyway, so if we think about conjunction that way, if we think about the relationship of how things... Why is my hand itchy? Doesn't this mean something? I feel like that means money is coming in. Hang on. A package that I'm so excited about got lost in the mail. Did I receive email? Yeah! Oh yeah, I want you to send me a new package. I'm glad they just sent me email. I had these gorgeous robes. They just offered to resend it. So, fuck it. What does it mean when your palm is itchy? Spiritual. Yeah, it means good fortune. In many cultures, spiritual belief, an itchy palm, particularly the left one, it's my right one, but it's your left because you're watching, is often associated with receiving energy, wealth, or good fortune. Conversely, an itchy right palm may indicate giving energy, potentially related to spending money or releasing old patterns. So maybe that's the thing too. As you're coming into consciousness, you're going to completely shift. There are going to be things that you're going to want to buy for yourself, like tools, stones, things like that. So just be careful not to overspend. Remember that whatever it is that you're doing, tools are great, but ultimately you are a tool, right? So while you can buy things to support you, be careful not to overspend, because it is the right... Be itchy. Anyway, I hope that helped. Let's leave on an affirmation. I love that deck, but it is a very deep deck, so everyone take a breath. I'm sure there were a few light bulb moments that happened. I think there were a few thoughts I never finished. Whatever. I appreciate this time together. I'm so happy that this full moon is ushering me into my femininity, as are those robes. So I need to get those delivered to me. It's taken over a month. So hopefully I can get them. But at least they're offering to resell them or resend them. Okay. I am more than my thoughts. I am capable, strong, and resilient. I'd like you to send me a new package. My feelings are valid. Anything that sounds in the way of me being my best self. Oh, whoops, that says stands, not sounds. Anything that stands in the way of me being my best self is dissolving. I gave myself 2 new shitty tattoos yesterday, and I have a whole lot more that I'm gonna do today. So everything I do does not need to be perfect. Even if they're tattoos. Have a good one, y'all.